Get 2 Whopper sandwiches now for only $6.
West bacon cheeseburger cheese.
Rediscover your love.
I'm a mouth-watering burger.
Does it get any more Texas than this?
Made with 100% white meat seasoned chicken filet. Or
Boy, run
My A1 spread, they're like, oh,
to the west.
and I'm like, hey!
Welcome back to 31 Minutes. I am your host, Sienna Rodriguez. Our third segment of tonight's show is about farming in this country and some of the lesser known and certainly lesser shown practices. Farming of animals, or factory farming as it has become to be known, is a big business in America. In fact, it is a whole industry. We must be doing something right, and we are, but at what cost? Tonight, we will look at another side of factory farming, perhaps a darker side, but it is certainly an approach that makes people take sides on how they view the treatment of our farm animals. Our very own reporter, Lourdes Sanchez, has spent time interviewing and gathering the truth of the effects that factory farming has on farm animals, our health, the environment, and what alternatives we may have.
Thank you, Sienna. Factory farming certainly is a big business. Last year alone, we exported 1.26 million tons of beef worth $7.2 billion, and nearly 2.5 million tons of pork valued at nearly $6.5 billion. And that's just in exports.
Large-scale livestock farming is doing just fine economically. Unfortunately, it is the inhumane and cruel treatment of animals like these that is called into question, as this is the byproduct of the industry's attempts to reduce operating costs. For example, these chickens lack any meaningful activity as they are restricted into tight pens where they can hardly move at all. In the US, up to 10 chickens are squeezed tightly into a cage, then one cage on top of the other, so that the farmers can maximize the chicken-to-space ratios.
Each year, 9 billion chickens are slaughtered for meat in the United States. These curious social birds that are often referred to as broilers by the industry are seen as production units, selectively bred and fed for abnormally fast growth. Their resulting unnaturally large size contributes significantly to their suffering. Many simply do not have the strength to stand because of their rapid growth and enormous size, which is nearly 3 times their natural state. They are considered market weight at just 6 weeks of age, where naturally they are typically fully grown at between 16 and 24 weeks of age.
Chickens and hens are not alone as the animals who suffer. Pigs also experience the atrocities as victims of factory farming. The majority of breeding sows spend nearly the entirety of each pregnancy confined into a farrowing crate, which is only slightly larger than their body, making it impossible to lie down or even turn around. The intense boredom and frustration which the pigs suffer from while in these crates, as researchers say, causes them to exhibit abnormal neurotic behaviors, like repetitively biting at the bars of the crate or incessantly chewing with an open mouth. Mothers are put back into the restrictive crates and re-impregnated, and the cycle continues at an average of 2.5 litters per year until the sow is considered spent. At that point, the sow is then sent to slaughter. In addition to pigs and chickens, cows also suffer some of the worst treatments as a result of factory farming. Modern beef production in the United States is a highly specialized system. It is built to deliver high quantities of beef to markets in an incredibly efficient manner. Over the last 20 years, the system has been streamlined and works like a finely tuned machine. Referred to as production units, product, dollars, rather than living, feeling animals with the same type of personalities and characteristics as our own domestic pets. Yes, beef is a big business. The total cattle inventory was 92 million head, which yielded 41.5 billion with a B pounds of beef.
We'll be right back.
Grandma,
Mom?
Eat and eat beef entrees. The old-fashioned family meal. Ready in about 10 minutes.
Mom? Mom!
Beef, it's what's for dinner.
More than 9 billion farm animals were slaughtered for food in the United States last year. 25 million are slaughtered each day. And the number of aquatic animals killed yearly for food is in the trillions. These numbers are staggering for sure, but still, they do not account for the deaths due to other man-made causes that affect humans and the environment.
Factory farming is concerning also because of the negative effects it has on the environment. Global meat production is responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than all of the trains, cars, and airplanes in the world combined. Factory farms typically store animal waste in huge open-air lagoons. When the lagoons reach capacity, the waste from the pigs' pens are flushed out into a reservoir. When the reservoir becomes full, in an attempt to lower the level of the waste, the farmers use a mister that sucks the fluid from the reservoir and sprays it into the air, which travels to nearby neighborhoods. Studies have shown that the young suffer from conditions like asthma and the elderly contract heart disease when directly exposed to it.
In recent years, there has been a heightened awareness about the cruel truth of factory farming. In Chula Vista, California, the senior class from Olympian High School has collectively read author Gene Bauer's book titled Farm Sanctuary, which depicts the lives of animals who have either been rescued or have escaped the cruel mistreatment brought onto them by factory farms. This book gives a wider scale on why Gene Bauer decided to co-found Farm Sanctuary and also share the eye-opening stories of the Farm Sanctuary rescues. The school has built its award-winning program on the idea of broadening their senior students' focus beyond their own academics to include real-world issues and how to become involved to help others. Here is Olympian High School's Mrs. Cordero to talk more on this program.
So what is the purpose of the CSE program here at Olympian?
So the CSE program is a culminating senior activity where all seniors research the same topic by first reading a book that the committee has selected for them. And then they apply their academic literacy skills and habits of mind to try to solve this real-world problem.
So what successes have you seen within this program?
As I've gone into the classrooms, I've noted that students are working together in groups in a very authentic way and a very student-directed way. And so it's really just a beautiful example of how a classroom can be student-directed, where students are controlling their own learning and solving problems through their group interactions.
Today we're here at Olympian High School to interview some of the seniors about the academic literary skills that they use in their Common Senior Experience projects.
I think I was able to use Relate and Apply the most because first we were able to read and annotate Farm Sanctuary, and then now we're doing projects to help the actual organization. One way that my team was able to raise awareness was actually going to Whole Foods and asking people to sign a petition for Cruelty California. And we were able to inform people about the law that they're trying to pass for mistreatment of animals and keeping them in confined places.
The Common Senior Experience has helped me get ready for college by giving me an issue or a challenge that I never thought I'd be able to face. And for me to work with groups and talk to different organizations, it's kind of helped me build character and trying to, I guess, grow.
I found myself using Relate and Apply the most because I was able to apply all the knowledge and different significant aspects from the book that I've learned, and I was able to incorporate that into the project that I did in with my CSE group.
An average person living in a developed country who is not vegan or vegetarian will consume approximately 7,000 animals during his or her lifetime. An average adult living in that same developed country who chooses to become a vegan or vegetarian will save the lives of 31 animals per year. Now that would truly make a difference.
Join us next week when we investigate another amazing story on 31 Minutes. Until next time, I'm your host, Sienna Rodriguez.
Oh, MacDonald have a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Large factory farms increase their profits at the expense of our health. The same kind of horrific treatment can be seen in the transport of live animals.
And everybody have a cow, E-I-E-I-O.
As a veterinarian, I find these conditions totally unacceptable.
And I'm already have a pig. E-I-E-I-O.
Pigs are forced into trucks where they barely have enough room to turn around, and they are shipped in freezing temperatures in winter and excruciating heat in summer months.
I have seen a factory farm, and it's terrible. Rows of cages crammed full of chickens.
It's criminal.
Pretty sickening.
It's inhumane.
It harms our food safety.
You just don't treat farm animals this way.
Chickens are crammed into cages stacked on top of one another, spreading infection and disease.
I'm voting yes on 2, against the live shipment of animals.
If you believe that living animals should not be shipped through the mail like catalog purchases or on trucks in excessive weather conditions, then help us tell the U.S. Postal Service to ban shipments of live animals.
Stop live exports. Take action. Vote yes on 2.
We're sending our petition right to the Postmaster General, and we need to add your name.
Here, everywhere. El McDonald have a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
One dozen crying cows on the farm.
Thanks, Farmer Brown. It's been a thrill serving you.
Can I get some extra salt?
We're all out.
Could you check?
No.
Can you turn that down, honey? Wendy, when you're done with your homework, can you lend me a hand in the kitchen? Thanks, sweetheart.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Hey, I'm home.
Oh, hi, honey. Welcome home. Perfect timing. Wyatt, dinner's ready.
Talk about a wake-up call. I had heart palpitations at 23. My doctor told me I should have been doing more for my high cholesterol. I was enjoying my Chicago dog at my favorite spot like I always do. You know, extra cheese, onions, and chili. It turned out to be a terrible day. Scared the bejesus out of my family. The doctor says I suffer from Bratwurstoma. Many of us dog lovers do, but we don't talk about it. What was I thinking? But now, I trust my heart to Dashundia.
When diet and exercise aren't enough, Dashundia may help. Unlike other cholesterol-lowering medications, Dashundia is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack and the cravings for highly processed meats. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, tenderness, severe nausea, or vomiting. Have a heart-to-heart conversation with your doctor about your health and your diet. You may be at risk. Maybe it's time to do something.
Howard, can you please put the magazine down? The Yankees have dinner too, you know.
What? Yeah, sure.
Mom, did you do something different with the chicken?
Why? Do you not like it?
No, it's actually really good.
Well, thank you. Mr. McCoy down at the farmer's market recommended a new spice. I'm glad you like it. How was your test?
Oh, my math test? I'm pretty sure I aced it.
That is wonderful, isn't it, Howard?
Yeah, sure.
Care about asking how my day's going, Mom?
Yes, of course. How was school?
It was alright.
Care to elaborate?
You know that project me and my friends are working on?
No, I don't think you told me about this.
Mom, we talked about this yesterday. Not 24 hours ago.
I'm sorry, I must have forgotten.
Anyways, we're almost done now. We just need to add some finishing touches over the weekend.
Well, that is wonderful. What's it about?
Factory farming?
Factory farming?
It's these terrible things they do to animals before they even get on our plates. It's actually pretty devastating.
Wyatt, is there something wrong with the chicken?
No, I just don't want it.
Why? It's really good.
Factory farming is inhumane, and I don't want to eat this gross piece of chicken on my plate.
Okay, sorry. But my chicken is good, isn't it?
Wyatt, wake up. Wyatt. Wyatt, wake up. Mom told us to go to the grocery store to grab a few things for dinner tonight.
Okay, 1 second.
Hurry up.
1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Alright, now all we need is canned tomatoes.
Hey, Wendy. I didn't mean to yell at you like that last night.
Fine, Wyatt.
I've just been going through some things, and it's just been real.
Can you look for the groceries?
Wendy, just listen.
What is it, Wyatt?
I want to be a vegan.
This explains last night. What are you gonna tell Mom and Dad? You know, meat is like the friar's lifestyle.
I don't necessarily want change. I just want you guys to know how I feel and just hear me out.
Well, we're just gonna have to see when we get home. They're right there.
Mom, Dad, I need to tell you guys something.
Do you feel sluggish after lunch? Your food makes you hurt?
They're not here today. You're gonna have to leave a message.
Always working with a headache? Maybe your work isn't the problem, just the food you eat. Studies show that a diet of high-fat protein can make you sluggish, give you muscle fatigue and soreness, or even headaches. So make a change. Make the switch. Go vegan.
I did it, and I got stronger.
I did it for my performance, and it worked. I did it to take back my life.
I did it for my health. I made the switch for good.
For good.
For good.
I'm proud to be a vegan. Switch today!
Call 1-800-SWITCH-FOR-GOOD today.
I don't know what to say to you. My entire life I've been eating this way. My grandparents raised my parents on meat and potatoes. They raised me on meat and potatoes. And gosh darn it, I'm gonna raise you on meat and potatoes.
Honey, we're just concerned. This is so out of nowhere. It's as though we're the bad guys, like eating meat is a crime.
Mom, you know that's not what I mean. When you know the things that I know, you'd want to do something about it. Here. My club and we researched that plant-based diets are actually good for your health.
Oh my, I didn't know that factory farming was this bad. Howard, look at this.
Wow, It's pretty gruesome, I'll give you that. You know, son, you're gonna make choices throughout your life, and I always want to support those. But veganism isn't really for me. But I still want to compromise and support you.
If our whole family became vegan, then we'd each save 31 animals each year. But if you really want to compromise, we could buy our meat from small, local family farms that have free-range animals, do not mistreat them, and we wouldn't have to support those large factory farms that inhumanely kill their animals, and you'd still be able to eat your meat.
Wyatt, that sounds like a really good idea. Mom, Dad, I think we can do this.
So it's agreed. We'll get our meats from farmer markets so we don't support these big factory farms that abuse our animals. Is that good, son?
Sounds good, Dad.
Have you ever given a pig a belly rub, talked to a turkey, or kissed a cow? The animals at Farm Sanctuary love visitors, and you will surely love spending time with them at one of our unique shelters. Founded 30 years ago, Farm Sanctuary is the nation's largest and most effective farm animal rescue and protection organization. We rescue, rehabilitate, and provide lifelong care for hundreds of animals who have been saved from cruelty and neglect. When you visit Farm Sanctuary, you'll see animals that are free to roam in their pastures, sleep in the sun, scratch at the earth, and enjoy life. Won't you come visit? To learn more, visit farmsanctuary.org.